Good afternoon, everybody. It is the 23rd of September. We had a bit of a slow day here in the market, a slight gain on the S&P 500 or SPY, 0.2% overall, but generally it started off as yeah, pretty slow kind of inside day for the last couple days. I shouldn't say inside day in totality, but we're still hovering around these all-time highs, still above a rising 5-day moving average, and I'd say our level of interest is down here at kind of that 563.5 mark with a potential further down. Next level of interest down this 547 mark down here where this anchor from the low is. Outside of that, we're above a rising 5-day moving average. Don't overthink it. The Qs had a bit more of a distribution type looking day. That's kind of what this looked like to me on across multiple indexes and a lot of the excuse me, a lot of the different stocks today. Maybe just a consolidation after this big move, right? We had a huge gap up of nearly, $10 in some stocks. So it's just a consolidation, maybe. It wouldn't necessarily not stage 3 distribution, but something to be aware of as this 5-day moving average starts to close in. If we start seeing a bit of sell-off, maybe we catch a bid on the 5-day moving average and it carries on up, or maybe it carries on through and it pulls down to that month-to-date anchor, and then it kind of builds up from there. Semiconductors, very similar to the Nasdaq today. Still have a declining 50 and 20-day moving average, still above the month-to-date, year-to-date anchor, and a 5-day moving average is continuing to rise, and it will do for the next couple of days as we continue into this data. I would like to see us get back up above 243 over the next 2 days, otherwise we're going to start running into this data here, which will ultimately result in the 5-day moving average starting to decline, and we might start seeing some selling, but generally we're above all the moving averages. 50 and 20 need to will start to perk up here in the next few days as we start getting rid of the next 4 days worth of data. As long as we get a bit of rally, 50 days a bit further behind, it probably needs to get into the next week or two. We need to see a significant rally here, and we'll have a look at NVDA shortly. Biotech seem to be leading the charge on the downwards trend. I'm fully stopped at XBI now, and that's absolutely fine. I'll wait for it till it's set back up, let that 5-day moving average come down and reset back up, and hopefully we'll crack into new time above this band of resistance, which is around 103.50. And yeah, just don't hold on to a loser. That would be my input on it. The Russell 2000 broke this area and band of resistance today. Looks like it did a little bit worse than a lot of the other indexes. It's quite overstretched. It definitely needs a pullback. I'd like to see it pull back to about the 216 mark, get rid of this choppiness, and maybe it offers a low risk, high probability entry later. Energy names, sideways day. Generally nothing really to talk about here. We're below a 50-day moving average. We're below a 20-day moving average that's declining. We're above it, but it's declining. Sorry, we are above a rising 5-day moving average, but until we start breaking these highs and creating some higher highs and higher lows and breaking out of this range, the daily time frame still says that we're going downwards. Financial stocks, another sideways day with slight loss of a small percentage, but we're up against this 5-day moving average, and if we start to come through in this 5-day moving average, this data gets rid of tomorrow, this will start to decline. This then could formulate what looks like it could end up resulting in a double top, and it won't be a double top until it breaks this trend line here, quickly drawn on this trend line here, and needs to break this here in order to create a double top. So once it breaks this trend line, pulls back to the recent low, then it would be your measured move from point A to point B. So what's that? $2 and something. So from here, point A to point B as potential move. That would be your measured move if this does become a double top, but it's not a double top till that happens. And have a quick look at NVDA. NVDA that's our drawing from the other day. We'll keep that on there for the next few days to see what happens. But NVIDIA's kind of consolidating through time. It's below a 5-day moving average, but this 5-day moving average is starting to rise, but it will start to decline here again in the next. Well, it actually will continue to rise over the next couple of days. So maybe in the next day or two, maybe in the next 2 days, this is NVIDIA's a buy if we can break this high above a flat to rising 5-day moving average. I think that's pretty much it for today, folks. Thanks for watching and have a great Monday.